So what we're working on these first couple of days is going to be using the sit command, which she's really good at. Using that command, and I want to add a hand signal to it, which is just the palm up. So we say sit. Hand signals become really useful when the dog becomes especially good at a command. Sometimes a hand signal really helps at a distance. It also helps us from having to repeat the command a lot. The more we repeat the command, the less meaning it has. So what you're going to notice is that when I tell her to sit, if she pops back up, I don't say the word again. I've been showing her this hand signal. So let's just do that for a second. Honey, sit. Yes. Give her a treat. Now if she pops up, honey, good. Now, when I reset her, I don't give her a treat. And I don't say the word again. Yes. Break. Good. I kept her sitting for just a couple of seconds, and then I said break, and I brought her away from where she was sitting. The break command is going to be our release word. So when I teach her the break command, I make as big a deal out of it as I do the sit, or you'll see in a minute the down. The idea here is that we're teaching her not just a sit, but what we call a sit-stay. The word stay is never used, it's implied. But here's the point. She knows sit. Honey, sit, yes. Now, she starts to learn, she pops up, I give her the hand signal again, yes. But I don't give her a treat and I don't say the word again because I don't want her to think she can keep popping up and using me like a Pez machine. But you see how she's remaining there. And then I say, break, and I bring her over here just a step away. Good girl. What she starts to learn over time is that she's supposed to stay seated in that place until she gets the break. We build her endurance, we build that duration of the sit over time, and it's not the kind of thing, you're not going to have her sit for 5, 10, 15 minutes. But the idea is that when you have guests come in, or if you want her to wait for something, and you tell her to sit, she's going to sit and then wait for you to tell her she can move again. Honey, sit. Yes. I am still giving her rewards. We will phase these out. See how she popped up? Hand signal only, no words. Now, she laid down, because that's something she's been working on. That's fine. As long as she's in a down kind of position, seated her down. There we go. Can't wait too long, because she doesn't have the endurance yet. Break! Good girl! Good girl. So that's the first thing. We're working on starting to turn the sit into a sit-stay. The other thing is that she's starting to learn a down. Lay down when she's told. Oh, good girl. Now, I didn't intend that, but I'm going to reward it because she heard the word and did it. So, anytime I accidentally give a dog a command and they do it, I still want to reward. I want to reward compliance anytime. Okay, let's move to the down. The idea with the down is that it is just like a sit-stay. We teach down paired with a break. Now, in these early days, we're going to say down, and you're going to see me give her like 3 treats when she does it. The reason I give her 3 treats is to keep her in the down position, to keep her focused on that. And then I will very quickly say break. And then I'll build by a few seconds each time. Now, when I say down, I give her this hand signal. I just do this. When we were in the training room, you could see I went and touched the floor to show her. I don't touch the floor now, as you'll see. I just do this. When I do it, right now there's a treat in my hand, but that will be phased out eventually. Here's the key for teaching down. We do not say sit as a prerequisite. If she's sitting on her own, that's fine. I don't care if she's in that position of her own choosing, but we do not train it to be sit and then down, sit and then down. When you train a dog that way, where one is a prerequisite, good girl, where one is a prerequisite, that's the dog who will lay down for a second and then pop into a sit. Lay down for a second and pop into a sit. So we want the down to be its own thing. You'll see me sometimes just sort of push her back so that she stands up. So she's in a seated position. I could go ahead and do the down now, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move her a little bit. Good girl. Honey, down. Yes. 1 treat. 2 treat. 3 treat. Good girl. Honey, break. Good girl. Good girl. Honey, down. Yes. 1 treat, 2 treat, 3 treat, and break. Good girl. So notice that when I tell her to break and she hops out of position, I tell her she's good and I give her treats, just like I would for down or sit. Break is arguably the more important of the commands and can be the harder one for dogs to get. It's really important that people remember how important the word break is. Honey, down. The end of the table's given her. Notice I wait. If I have to, I'll say it again. Honey, down. So she needed a little more table space there to feel comfortable. Good. 2 and 3. Good. Now I'm going to pause a little longer. Oop. She popped up early, so I give her the hand signal. Yes. No treats in my hand, just the hand signal there. And break. Break. Come on. Get a girl. When I do the break, I want her to get her butt up, right? So when I have her on this table, I'm able to practice these things. I can also start doing sequencing. So here we go. Notice that I don't do